Can you tell us how Bruno Alves is? Is he fit? Is he going to be able to play?
I can tell you that we still are assessing all the players. I mean, today is the second day after the match, and normally 48 hours is when the majority of the players feel a little bit more from one game, a regular game of 90 minutes. So after one game that you have an extra time, so you need more time to recover. So we are still assessing everyone. Declan, Bruno, and all the others that start and finish in the game as well.
Are you confident that Declan and Bruno will be okay though?
I'm always positive. I'm always confident. But I need to, as I told you, I need to assess. And as soon we have the information, we'll take the decisions.
Does their fitness dictate how you will, not in terms of the players who will play, but in terms of how you'll set your team up, in terms of your strategy? Will their fitness,
you mean for next game?
For Celtic?
No, I still need to. I have a clear idea about what we want from the game. Of course, the actors may be different, let's say like that. So if the actors maybe are a little bit different, we may need to change something on the script, but not that much. We cannot change that much because of the characteristic of the players. But as I told you, I think I'm positive. I think we can count with all of them. We are just waiting to assess and have all the information to take that decision.
What about Lee Wallace? Is he
No, Lee definitely is out.
Yeah.
Lee definitely is out. Unfortunately, it's going to be a midterm stop. So he needs 3 weeks to rest totally. 3 weeks to rest totally, and after he needs more, between 3 to 5 to get totally recovered. So we are talking between 6 to 8 weeks.
Pedro, how different or how better do you think you are equipped to take on Celtic this time than what you were when you played in April?
I think we are better equipped, and I think that I have at the moment one doubt, not from my side, but from the opponent's side. And I think the answer is going to be on the way they are going to present their first 11. Let me explain to you. If they present one first 11 near to the way they present against PSG, that means that they have more respect on us. If they present a normal back three and the same behavior that they have all the time, or at least I saw all the time, or 99.9% of the times in Scotland, so that means that they feel the game the same way.
So how do you think they're going to line up?
I need to be ready. I need to be ready. That's part of my job. So create doubts, create scenarios in order to prepare my teams for those scenarios. I do believe that even if you change the formations are about getting the players on the pitch to feel the width and the depth of the pitch, rationally. But if you change formation and you keep more or less the same players, you are find common points because the players are having the same characteristics, and common points the way the teams behave in different moments of the game. So I need to tell you, we need to be ready for both.
The last time you played, you adopted quite an expansive approach. I think you played a 4-3-3.
No, we play a 4-4-2 diamond shape.
Okay. Would it be too risky to play that same shape?
Yeah, not having the right tools. I mean, the right players to perform in that shape. It's risky. It's risky, especially on the. You can overload the midfield, but after you cannot cover enough the wide areas. So once again, it's wide and depth. But we tried to do it because we were looking to have more players down there, and to have more control on the ball, and to have two players to try to explore the space on the back or on the sides of the back three. Definitely didn't work for many reasons. It's not the situation now. We are not playing in that formation now. We are having different actors. So I do believe there is going to be a different approach from our side, and also a different game than the one we played last time.
Is that therefore a more conservative approach from yourself?
No. To be honest, I need to have a team that needs to really show character. That means we have the ball. The 11 players need to understand that we are attacking. We don't have the ball. We need to understand that we need to be 22 players on the pitch. So coverage system is going to be very important. if you ask me, not a conservative approach, but an organized approach for us to understand definitely what we have, which is good, and we want to express it, and what the opponent is having, which is also good, and we don't want them to express.
Just to be clear, so do you, I know it's difficult for you because you don't know what your personnel are just now. There are issues with Celtic as well. Hypothetically, do you think you could match up Celtic if it came to it? You can match them up. If they played 4-2-3-1, you could play. If they played 4-3-3, you could.
I don't prepare the teams like that, or I don't analyze the teams just only by the formation. I mean, analyze the team just by the formation can give you one idea how they are going to be on the pitch, but the dynamics they put in each one of the moments in the game is going to make the difference. So I don't have that sort of approach. I have more one approach on the conference of each one of the moments of the game. So I give you one clear example. Do you have an idea, and you watch for sure the game last night? How did they score 2 goals, which I call the counter of the counter? When they recover the opponent recovers the ball, try to place one counter, they recover the ball and they place the counter. So they score 2 goals like that. So it's 1 point, for example. It has nothing to do with the formation, but we cannot lose those balls in that zone of the park, for example. So those are the points we are looking more, rather than if it's a 4-4-2 against a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 against a 4-4-2 or whatever.
You played a 4-4-2 for most of the season, but against this Celtic side, can you go with just 2 in the centre of the pitch when they've got so much talent in around their centre?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the numerical relation in some zones of the park is also something that we also consider, definitely, attacking and defending, creating spaces, closing spaces, attack spaces. Definitely is 1 point. George, for example, when we are on the 4-4-2, is one guy that is not on the wide all the time. So sometimes he can be the third player. One of the strikers is not near the other, so it's not a double 9. So sometimes he can drop off in between lines, can be the third or the fourth player in the midfielder. So you can manage this type of situation. You just need to know exactly where you need to have an extra players, attacking and defending, and of course organize the team to perform in that direction.
Pedro, what do you say to someone, a young player like Morelos, who's obviously started the season so well?
Enjoy the game, keep scoring goals.
And to handle the atmosphere and the occasion, what do you say to him?
That's a good question, and that's a good question, especially on the right guy, because he's young, he's gifted, he's scoring goals, he enjoys playing games, but he needs to control his emotional side. And I have, and that's a good question, even because I can use it to send one alert, and that alert is that I know that he's going to be provoked. And my concern and my job is let him be calm and not respond to that. But he's one guy that is not going to, when the things are growing, when the environment is getting hot, is not stepping back. He faced the challenge. So we just need to understand how face the challenge, because he's going to be challenged.
Do you think that he would be...
Friday night's game where he had a kick out at one of the Thistle players. Did you have to have a chat with him about his temperament after that?
No, I want him to have his temperament. If I take his temperament out, he's losing his identity. He just needs to know how to control it. And especially in situations that are normal, and is a normal challenge, or others that are coming already with being part of a game plan.
Pedro, you said you think he's going to be provoked. Why do you think that?
Because I know that is going to happen.
Why? What gives you
because
that belief?
The same way we analyze the opponents analyze our team. And if I was in that position, I would say, so if this guy is having a sort of challenge, something might happen if you do something extra.
You think that will be an instruction
Definitely.
from the coaching staff at Celtic?
No, I don't. It's going to happen. I identify it, you identify it, everybody identify it. So it's going to be down there. As another thing, we need also to be alert. This is the seventh match that we play on the league, right? All the time, especially on match day 2, we are watching something that is against the rules. Our goalkeeper is being blocked in the corner kicks. No one can touch. That's what the rules say. No one can touch the goalkeeper on the goal kick area. And each corner, our goalkeeper is being blocked. So it's another alert. It's another alert. Is not allowed it. It cannot happen. The rule says that. It cannot be touched in that zone.
Have you identified that as a style of play of Celtic?
No, we never play with Celtic now this season. In the cup game they did it. In the cup game they did it not with the goalkeeper, but because we are defending zonally, they block some of our two players, don't allow them to go. The block is allowed depending on the way you do it, but the block on the goalkeeper definitely is not allowed.
Pero just which Celtic players are you targeting to be wound up?
To be what?
Targeting to be provoked.
I don't care about it. I just care about Morelos and for him to understand that if that happens, how he needs to react. That's all.
Is the lack of Old Firm experience from your new players a concern for you, Morelos as well? But
no, I think it works more like a positive side in order to have and live that experience and live it with success. Enjoy it. That's all. I think it needs to be like that. They are not going to be the first ones that are enjoying for the first time this experience. A lot in the history of this club, foreigner players came and they didn't need to do it for the first time. So it's normal for all the foreigner players that are here for the first time and they need to play an Old Firm match.
Pedro, there was a stat that came out last week that of the 11 shots that you've faced in the league this season, 8 of them have resulted in goals. How much a concern is it for you that when teams are managing to get through and take shots and goals, they inevitably end up in the net?
No, it's one sort of I may say a specific concern regarding especially to the defensive principles. For example, I give you the second goal that we conceded against Partix on the league match. So first of all, it's about principles. If three players are going to attack on the wide area, one player that is having the possession of the ball, and that ball is not being pressed, and the three of them are attacking at the same time, that means if one is eliminated, all the three are eliminated. So that's what happens on the first pass. We have a principle on our defensive line, defending with the back four. If the left back, what was the situation, is getting on the wide up in front, the man or the player that commands the line is the left center half. And Bruno did it. So Bruno pushed up and the player was offside. But Fabio stayed and James stayed. Okay, no problem with that because we had that option and the defensive principle to defend it. So the ball gets down there, and once the ball gets on the final third, there are no zonal defense anymore. It's ball and player. So both James and Candeias had the option to track the players, and they didn't. So this situation sometimes might happen. We need to be concerned normally in a regular situation and analyze these type of situations. But I can totally agree with you. We are conceding much more goals than we are supposed to, and we are conceding very, very easy goals against on the matches we have been playing so far.
Pedro, they say that this first Old Firm fixture of the season can set a marker for the season. Last season Celtic won handsomely in the first game. How important is it for Rangers that they make an impression in this first fixture of the season, and how important is it for you?
No, it's always important. For me, I don't take that much attention because I love what I'm doing. I'm loving being here, and I'm always trying to give the very best for the team and for the club. I work for the team, I work for the players, and I work for the club. About the team is important because it's going to be our next match, and I always say we want to face this league match by match, and by the end, we will make the accounts. We know that the accounts now, we are 5 points below them. And we know that there are 3 possibilities in the game. So if they win, we will stay 8. If there's a draw, stay everything like it is. But we are pointing to finish this game just 2 points below. because it's the way we want to approach each one of the individual games. And to be fair with you, I think we can do it.
And just finally for me, if that's okay, just to push you on Bruno Alves and Declan John, if the game were to be played tomorrow, would they have any chance of playing?
That information didn't arrive to me yet, so it's not a question if the game is tomorrow or it's on Sunday or Monday. If I don't have the information, I cannot guess. I don't like too much the magicians, just those that are on the pitch and make magic with the ball to make the difference and solve the problems.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pedro.
Cheers.